when I look at the career YYB, I always find that your career is quite fascinating, right? And I will unpack my thoughts in several ways, right? You were the CEO of CIMB Investment Bank, right? And one of the highlights was the acquisitions of Kim Eng.
That was Maybank, yeah.
Captured in one of the iconic photo with Tan Sri Wahid Omar. Moving on, you were the group CEO of CIMB, one of the top 5 banking group in the entire Southeast Asia. I think this is one of the highlights with your then CFO Shanas after the AGM. Moving on, you were appointed as the finance minister back in March 2020, 2 to 3 weeks before MCO was enforced. I bet you didn't see MCO coming, right?
No, definitely not.
All right, I'm sure managing life and livelihood must have been the toughest call, right?
Yes.
Back then.
You're right.
And now you are MITI Minister, managing one of the most complex situations that the country is facing around tariff and trade. How do you do it? How do you manage the changes and transition from one chapter to another?
I don't know how to answer that.
How do you do it?
I better stand up. Well, first of all of you need to understand that you can't plan everything. So I just want to be clear here that when I first started my career, I've always wanted to be in the financial industry. That last 2 photos, that was not in the plan. Joining the government was never in the plan, and joining politics was really never in the plan. So I was very focused in the financial industry. I graduated in '96, so when I came back, I had the opportunity to work in the financial market, in the stock market, where the market was very hot. I think some of you maybe still remember those days in '95, '96. Malaysia stock market was even larger than Hong Kong. Yeah, it's so vibrant, and the economy was growing at 10% rate. We were one of the Asian tigers. And then come '97, July '97, that's when the Asian financial crisis hit. It started in Thailand, and of course, the contagion effect. Malaysia was hit, and we were hit quite badly. And that's when I questioned myself again. So should I continue in the financial industry? Because at that time, I don't know whether you remember, many of our friends lost their jobs, right? Especially in the financial industry. And for me, I lost all my colleagues. They all lost their job because I was working in a foreign stockbroking company. I was the last one standing. And when I asked the head, who's based in Hong Kong, how come I'm still being employed? She said to me, you cost cheaper than the Bloomberg machine. So that means I'm the entry leveler. But anyway, it was a good experience. It taught me that you can't just think that this job is now for life. At one point, before '97, a lot of us never seen a crisis before at that time. Remember, we had maybe the last crisis was '85, which was the property crisis, but never to this extent, and never to the extent where the whole region in Asia, that's why it's called Asian financial crisis, got hit. But it taught me that we will never take for granted what we have, not just in terms of job, but in terms of where the economy is heading. Then I continued after the Asian financial crisis. What I did, I took a break. I did my master's. Then I came back, continued with financial services, but I wanted to try something else. That's why I think I joined Tenaga as well, trying to understand how is it on the other side. Because on stockbroking, I was an analyst, so I wanted to try something different. And then I said, look, financial services is still a sector that I want to pursue. At least I tried. I'm not saying that all of you should go out of Deloitte and come back. Yeah?
Right? Don't encourage me. Why we get not part of the script?
That's not part of the script.
That's not part of the script.
Yeah. Don't worry. You can come back. So I went back to the same industry, and it went well. I enjoyed the career. You must enjoy what you do, and during that journey, I went to many financial institutions. I was in Tune Money also at one point, where I wanted to see how a startup is done, and part of the starting up a new venture, and then joined Citigroup, joined many other firms, but then I started to say, okay, look, I know what I want to do. I want to be an investment banker. I want to be in a financial services group which can support my banking career after investment banking. Then I joined Maybank, so where at that time Tan Sri Wahid, as you can see that he's got a moustache.
Yes.
He no longer has that moustache, and I have black hair and still have hair but white. And it continued. And then CIMB joined the wholesale banking, investment banking, then ended up as CEO of the group for, I think, 5 years as CEO of CIMB. It was a good experience. It was a good place for me to learn about new things because CIMB and Maybank, of course, is not just looking at Malaysia, but also looking at the region, and I learned a lot. And so when 2020 came, there was instability in Malaysia politically. There was change in government, and I was asked at that time to join the Ministry of Finance. I felt that it's time for me to give back to a country that's given me a lot. And at that time, I want to take 3 years. I told the Prime Minister then 3 years, and I don't want to join any active politics. So 3 years, because Senator is 3 years. So then after the second year, the last year as Minister of Finance was an election year, where I have to decide whether I want to continue, be part of the decision-making process, which in Malaysia, like it or not, you have to be in Parliament, you have to be a member of Parliament. This is when I decided to join politics and contested in the last general elections. Fortunately, I lost. But then given the opportunity again by Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim to run another ministry at MITI. So in short, 3 lessons how I did it, I think is important. It's recorded.
I recorded.
Yes, you can play it back. Number 1 is always be ready for change, right? So if you are not ready for change, you're not willing to change, because sometimes people are scared to do new things because they are scared to fail. So when you say be ready to change, you also have to be ready to fail, right? Because during that journey, I failed many times. That Tune Money is one of them. Secondly, I think you need to always have a strong support system. I think all of you here, without your colleagues, without your family, you will not be where you are today. So for me, I've been lucky throughout my career until even today. I have a team that you can count on, not just in the office, but outside the office. This is your support system. Because when times get tough, you need these people around you, or else you can't do it alone. There's no way, I don't believe anyone will say, oh, I did it alone, right? So it's very important that you have people that you can count on. Of course, people in the office is important, family important, but also friends who've known you even before you are where you are today. And finally, just have to make sure you work very hard. You got to be ready to sacrifice your time. You need a life that is balanced for sure. You know, I have a wife, one, and the kids. So you need to still give time for them. The moment you feel that you're tired of doing something, then it's time to move on, right? So this is where you need to have the drive to continue. Because if you look at the working hours of many of my colleagues, not just in cabinet, but even when I was in CIMB, the successful guys, they really put a lot of hours. And they don't find excuses if they don't have time. They make time, and they make time for their family, but they also know how to manage their time. So this is key. So your time is very important. So how to manage it to the extent that you will appreciate every second of the day. Thank you very much.
I like it. I like the 3 pointers around managing changes in life.
Yeah.
Having a good support system around you.
Yes.
Lots and lots of hard work and drive.
Yeah.
Right?
And be ready to change. Be agile. Be dynamic.
Agile,
Yeah.
be adaptable.
Yeah.
Good.
Continue to learn, lifelong learning. All that. That's a part of change.
All the good stuff, right?
Not good stuff. Hard stuff.
Hard stuff, right?